Hey guys, whoa, hope you're all doing well. I really want to jump into this chat here, and just so that we're totally ready, give me a quick second. I'm gonna grab a drink, like a quick coffee, and then we can, actually, you know what, I'm gonna have a juice. You guys, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in here to you. Let's jump into it. How in the world are we supposed to know if someone is a good influence for us, if somebody is at this moment in time meant to be with us? And of course, right, there are no absolutes. It would be so silly to say, oh, this person is definitely not good for you, or definitely not meant for you, or that would be so silly, right? Because we have to acknowledge that we're in a multi-dimensional universe, right? Space, and that everything is energy, and thereby nothing is concrete, nothing is official, right? It's what we make it, and that is the choice we make as sovereign beings in this dimension to direct that energy. So I want to say that as well, okay? But yeah, nothing is, everybody has the opportunity at any moment in time to redirect and re-navigate their energy field. So there are no absolutes. I want to say this. However, okay, how do we know? How in the world are we supposed to know what's what? And the thing is that, well, we don't know. Because there is nothing to know. There's nothing, that is this inherent knowledge to know. You can never know, right, what's good for you, because who are you? It's all relative. And that is a question of your energy field, okay? Because you can change and transform your energy field at any moment in time, right, as well. And so it comes back to that concept again, right, of who are you in this particular moment. And so it comes down to the fact of, where is my divine source? Who am I when I am in my divine state and energetically? And acknowledging who I am on an energetic plane when I am in that divine space, who is that? And if you don't know, right, it would be a wonderful time to reflect on that before trying to understand, who is my counterpart? Because you can attract all kinds of people, right? All kinds. In many different ways, right? But the question is, who do you really want to be? This is you with you. This is who you are. And anybody that comes into our life, it's an illusion that, oh my God, now this is an illusion. Everything is reflection. And that's why it's so important to remember that who does come into your life is just reflecting you. And that can get really triggering because it's like, you don't want to feel, if you are, depending on where you are at in terms of vibration, you don't want to feel alone. You don't want to know, what do you mean? I got a boyfriend, I got a girlfriend, I got a husband, no, but it's all reflecting you. And so what's so important when you're asking yourself, maybe you're in a connection and you're wondering, is this really what you need to ask yourself is, how do you feel? Because there is nothing but you in that story. And I know that might be triggering, but it's time to, it's time to talk about these concepts here a little more widely. Okay? It's really time, because as we are starting to ascend, we need to see it as energy, you guys. We need to see it as energy. Okay? And so we need to understand as well, we all have, our currency in this dimension is energy, is frequency, is emotion, is our connection to the divine. The question is, what empowers you in that knowledge and knowingness of who you are at your source, at your core, and at your code frequency? Who is it that comes into, and I'm not saying that it's pointing fingers, they're bad, because no, it's energy, right? Are they aware of their frequency and their core? And if you're attracting that energy, it doesn't mean that they are inherently that person, but that they are reflecting that for you in this time. So, to say it in this way, is that energy, entity, frequency reminding you of your divinity? Or do you feel like you need to paint some picture and be a very specific, particular kind of person, okay, to be appreciated. And when we say, well, I feel appreciated, you know, it's like, I'm hearing, he makes me feel so feminine. It's like, but okay, and so, but what is that? What does that feel like? Let's bring an example. Let's say that you have content that you're promoting on social media, okay? Let's say you're getting 1 million likes. Let's say you didn't even think, though, about what you presented there. You didn't consult your heart space, okay? And you just posted something, and let's say it was just really fucking popular, and a lot of people loved it, a lot of people are into it. Does it mean that it's that is in resonance with you? It may be for another. And that's where we have to identify our personal energy field as separate. It's not like everybody is, all the divine feminine energy is the same. All of the divine, you know, masculine energy is the same. All the, you know, that's, yeah, no. What feels in resonance is personal to you. That's where you have to really come back into you and ask yourself, how do I feel? Divine feminine energy doesn't always mean, oh, they make me feel like so feminine. What does the feminine mean? If you feel disempowered, okay, again, let's bring the example. Let's say you're getting like so many likes. Let's clear in the sacral chakra. Let's say you're getting so many likes. Okay? You might even whatever it is. You actively posting stuff, okay? And you're getting a lot of feedback, but let's say you're like you're not feeling excited, or you're not feeling empowered, or you're not feeling like you can just be. If you're feeling anxiety about whatever it is, and it might be that you're in a relationship and like you guys are a so-called power couple, but you're feeling anxious, that's a really strong clue that this is not where you are in your power. And that's an illusion in a lot of ways here, because we can say, well, oh my God, so successful. Oh my God, like, you know, yada yads. Yada yads. You got a lot of yads. If you got a lot of yads, you're probably feeling this message pretty strongly, and you don't have to have a yad to feel this message, obviously, but if you are, you most likely have some kind of purpose here with this concept of helping people redirect to their natural inborn frequency. And so you may find that you have trouble getting along with a lot of different types of people. People who are living in the illusion of what power means, of what empowerment means. Yes. And this is why I don't really align with the concept of like femininity, or in the sense of saying, right, feminism, because I think that it's kind of ironic, but this is another topic, and this is, yeah. I'm not saying that, you know, we should definitely be standing for empowerment, but it's not about, you know, defining what that is. That is an energy core frequency. It's not a mantra. Okay, because we can have someone come and say, wow, okay, yeah, I want to wear heels, and I want to wear a bag, and I want to do this and that, and they're in their core power frequency in that space because that's what they really feel. Okay, and then someone else can come along and say, oh my God, like, yeah, I'm getting like a lot of likes, I'm wearing all this like feminine clothing, and but I'm not feeling it. That's where you have to be honest with yourself. Okay, and we're not talking about gender. We're not talking about gender. Okay. Everybody has feminine and masculine energy, and I want to kind of steer it from this conversation because gender is interesting on planet Earth. And, you know, yeah, it is interesting on planet Earth, and we have so many genders that we don't see. So, but before we get into that, in different dimensions, yes, look, we'll make it simple to Earth. I want to say it like this. It's not about the feminine. It's not about feminine currency and divine currency. It's about divine currency. Who makes you feel divine? Because everyone's composition of the polarity, matrix of yin and yang, is unique. Okay? And so that's something, yeah, and the ultimate question is, how do I feel? Do I feel like I have to change what I'm doing, even if it is, you guys, and this is, again, it's like, even if it is like, oh, like, yeah, I'm gonna be in this like more spiritual union, but then you're feeling like pressured even to do so? No. It's the illusion that you have to live also for a relationship. Yeah, that's an illusion, you guys. That's another illusion. And I guess, you know what, Spirit wanted me to jump on here and just kind of like call this out because it is what it is. It's about you always. And that's obviously not in a selfish way, you guys, right? Obviously. It's about your vibration. And if you are truly in alignment with that vibration core frequency that is true to you, others will be in their power as well. Especially those people who have the honor of being in your presence. Okay? So it's an illusion if it's like someone's making you feel bad, in other words, for wanting to do what's right for you, where you're going to be at your happiest. If you know that you're going to do, you know, XYZ or however, and you're going to be in your happiest, if someone comes along and is fighting you on that, even on an energetic plane, it's not in alignment with you. Okay? It's not. Yeah, let's clear it. And they may not know that, right? Usually if someone is not so enlightened, and I don't mean that in a, I don't mean that in like a subversive way, like in a, how do we say it? Like, I don't mean it in a demeaning way, obviously. I mean it in a sense of some people, they have entity attachment frequencies that don't allow them to see their true height of their power and potential. And that is what they latch onto you with sometimes. So that's not, you know, but it is in a way we can say, well, that's their storyline with their consciousness. Are they going to decide? What do they do with that energy frequency? So we cannot have pity for those energies as well. But you have to kind of redirect and say, what's distracting me from what I really want to do with my life? And, you know, think about your relationship. Think about your relationship, okay? Think about what relationship you're in. And by the way, everything is a relationship. Even not have to just be with people. It could be with a, you know, whatever it is. Okay. I want to kind of suggest to get out of the concept space of what you connect to in that moment and really kind of just feel. Yeah. So there will be a lot of different ways that companies, people, thought groups, thought forms will try to make you reimagine your life as you already feel it to be perfect for you. And that comes back to your divinity. We are all here in perfection of consciousness. But through these layers that we call Earth, we are reimagining our story. It's important that you remember that you reimagine it, though, and that you do not allow another to tell you how to talk to yourself, your higher self, your highest self. And that, yeah, we can meet soulmates, and sometimes that's challenging because we meet soulmates, people we think we're very close to, and then we give them the liberty to tell us who we are. And it doesn't go back to them, it goes back to you. Why are you not listening to you? To yourself? To your higher self, yet again, right? Let's clear it and ground. Yes, because you have, again, a currency and you have a responsibility truly, I believe, as a light worker in this dimension to always remember who you are as being completely in your power already. And, you know, a major clue is when you're, let's clear the heart chakra. Let's clear the heart chakra. If you're, let's say, hanging around someone and then you start doing things in ways like you're making so-called sacrifices and you know it, okay, where you're not feeling it again in your divine, that's a really good clue for you that this is a place that doesn't remind you of where you are already at with yourself, in your power. And so, yes, this is a concept that really I think is important when we're thinking about partnerships and relationships in this paradigm. And because the primary connection that you have is your relationship to you. And hey, I mean, well, it's not to say that you know what, you do whatever you want. You can get into a connection with somebody who, you know, makes you feel, I'm hearing rich. Okay, take it as you will. But then you end up feeling poor emotionally with yourself. Yeah, and we all know of these stories, right? People who are in relationships where they're completely unhappy, okay? And again, this can not only be, it could be with your career. Okay, think about how many celebrities, unfortunately, right? They're not in alignment. And so that's, but where you really want to make sure that you're making decisions that you make. And it doesn't mean that, but they're not making a decision for me, but are they? On an energy plane we're talking about. Am I thinking about that person, what they are expecting of me to do? You know, it's a very subtle. You have to just get really clear on that though with yourself. To make sure that you are understanding you in everything you do. and not letting go of what you love. I'm hearing this as well. I'm hearing there is no limit to that as well, to what you love. And you know, maybe it's surely, hey, I don't know what I love, and I want to define it differently now, and I want to discover what that is. If somebody is making you feel like you cannot do that, okay, that is not where you are at, because you are not. You perpetually are discovering where you want to be at. You are already who you are. How do we, yes. No, you are who you are. That's, yeah, you travel though through to understand and experience. And if there is someone who doesn't want to see you change, I'm hearing this, doesn't want to see you transform, and that can be subtly, you guys. It may not be obvious. It's on a frequency plane. If somebody is holding you back, and the way, how do I know if they're doing that? How do you feel in that connection? Do you feel like you are scared? Do you fear making certain moves? You guys, we've all had those moments where we're like, damn, it's so much better to just be single. It's so much better to just be single. And honestly, there is truth to that. There is truth to that. There is truth. Okay, sometimes it is much better to be single, not because it's about being a loner or whatever somebody wants to call it, okay, but because that is suggesting that you are yearning for self-discovery further, and it may suggest that there is not yet a space of reflection there that will empower you in that storyline, and that's okay. That's okay. And that's, again, where we have to say it's not about being, like, anti-this or anti-that and, like, loners and, you know, our life. Like, it's not about that, but you always make it what you will make it. It's not like, I want to rap, like, emo love, you know? I don't know, love and light, but it's, the point is to be honest and authentic. And it's like, if right now, hey, like, yeah, don't be afraid to be, like, so-called single. People can be in a relationship and it's just because they want safety. Okay, but what does that mean? Then they end up feeling totally insecure, actually, because they're not empowered enough to be stepping out of the passivity of not knowing who they really are. Yeah, and it's just, like, very silly. It's very silly, you guys. This whole Earth relationship thing, and this is a channeled message, and it is related to Pleiadian frequencies, as a side note, those of you who are wondering. But, yeah, this is where we're at with this, with relationships on Earth. And those of you who are like, you know, in your heart something's it's just not right for you, it would, like, make you feel like more, like, cool, I don't know, in, like, Earth terms, but, like, what does that even mean? You know, it's like we're starting to redefine this paradigm. Okay. And yeah, you need to remember why you're even here. And I've always known this. I'm not here for White House picket fence life. And some people are triggered by that. Yeah, they are. Okay? But those are ancient frequencies, okay, of fear, that are rooted in fear. Oh my God, you have to get married. Oh my God, you have to do this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You have to have children. Oh my God, oh my God. Like, okay, like, calm down. That right there, like, you needing to do anything, that is what we are purging here. Let's clear it. Yeah, imagine Earth having veins in its being, okay? Veins. Yeah, because I see it as a sort of organ. But anyways, and there are these sort of literally veins. And where we have that fear of flow is where we see stagnation. And we're here as light workers, I believe, to help encourage flow. So you're obviously going to be going against the grain, and you need to know that. But of course, this is not like Natalie said, sounds like you got to make your decision. Maybe it is that you have, and that's, again, where it comes back to you. Don't listen to any so-called guru to make your final decision. That's the point. You have to, yeah, it's not about listening. It's about feeling. This is just meant to inspire you to question how you feel. Let's clear it and ground. Yeah. And nobody's going to be making a decision for you. Even if you say, oh, like, you victimize yourself. Oh, they made me do this. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't come here with that. No, 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 no. That is the ultimate Neptune. That is a shadow of Pisces frequency of, yeah, what is it called? Where it's like you make yourself a victim and like, you know, but it's because it's like, it's like you can be passive. No, no, no. You did not make that boundary with your higher self. You're not going to bring that here. And you're not going to bring that to your story because, yeah, let's clear it. So, you know, it's about empowerment, you guys. At the end of the day, of emotional resonance. And you have a responsibility, I feel, as an energetic frequency to be holding that frequency in its highest form of truth for you. You're going to be triggering humans. Okay, yeah. How many of you have a yacht in your chart? Let's just start to get real with this. Let's clear it and ground. Well, here's the thing, you know, April Jones, you will never eliminate your shadow self. Your shadow self will always be as above, so below. Okay? It's like, can we eliminate like the luggage itself and just like travel with just the items? It's like, the luggage is there. There is, you need context, right? It creates tension for you to, though, understand the point of balance of the polarity that feels right to you. It's about understanding that experience. Yeah, so how many of you have a yod? Can you type 7 ages? 7 ages. Interesting. Let's clear it and ground. Yeah, but I'm just hearing this. You guys are going to be triggering people. Okay? And that, you got to expect this now. You have to expect it. How many of you are feeling pressure from family or whoever else to like literally get on a train that you know is going to take you so far out of who you really are? Take it as you will. Take it as you will. Well, you probably do have a yacht, but take it as you will. It's cleared around. If that is your story right now, and you feel like you're making a decision that you know is very controversial, can you type port? Yeah, and this has been done, you guys, for years on Earth. We know that, right? The history of Earth. This is the most dense dimension. It's like we're making decisions based on what we need to do. What we need to do, let's clear down the left side of the body entirely. No, you guys. Okay, they did that. We're here to redefine that. And that's where you're controversial. You're the doctor who needs to come and tell the patient, hey, you've got like some kind of stagnation going on in some part of your body. We need to address that. This is us, you guys. Come in here. Let's clear it. Possibly. Mimi broke pots. Pots and pans, yo. I'll show up at the port, but I'm not getting on that train. But I'll bring my pots and I'll bring my pans and I'll drop them off and you're gonna deal with that. I'm not cleaning that karma here. Yeah, for you in that way, at least. All right, and we are here doing heavy ancestral karmic energy work. Heavy. Yes. People are gonna be frustrated. Listen, how many of you have done a physical detox? Specifically with the gut bacteria? With the gut? And I think my phone is going to die. So let me just charge it. 1 second. How many of you have done a detox? You all know. Oh boy. Right? You can expect some diarrhea those first few days, depending on how insistent that gut bacteria truly is. Like, if you've got a major growth of certain bacteria in the gut, and it's like literally kind of like war. It's like you're bringing in a new army, okay, frequency of thought, because bacteria is consciousness, and we're mostly bacteria, right? So if you're taking some kind of probiotic, okay, well, guess what? There's going to be some kind of uproar there, right? It's understood, it's expected. But that's part of the healing journey. And this is not a biology reading. You have to talk to your personal practitioner and, these such things. This is a general video, but it is a channeled message. So, yes, but in a general sense, you can expect that heavy patterns and frequencies of energy, people are going to get fucking triggered, you guys. Yeah, they are. And sometimes it's going to baffle you because you're like, really? I'm a light worker. Why are you challenging me? You know, of all people, you want to come and challenge me? Like, there's something to that, you guys. Think about it. Think about it. Why would someone be triggered by someone who's doing what is in their truth and in their highest light? Think about it. Yeah. By the way, they do say that light workers are quite sensitive with the gut, generally, to their, what is it called? Foods. Typically, they have food sensitivities and these types of things. They can. Just side note, psychics as well. Yeah, very sensitive. Also to, garlic. This is yeah. Garlic, but also, FODMAPs. FODMAPs, it's, one second. It's a fructose, types of vegetables that feed, they feed certain types of bacteria in the gut. Okay. But anyways, look into it if you are interested. But typically, light workers and people who are quite sensitive to energy are quite sensitive to foods. And it's like, kind of, you have to see it all, mind, body, soul. Like, and feel free to share this video, you guys, to someone who you feel is in this moment. Like, they're having, you know, a moment. And if you do feel guided to like as well. Thank you, Debbie, for your message there. This is how YouTube gets messages out, is that they look at the likes, they do, and also watch time. It's cleared around. So, but getting back, there we go, right, Paul, watermelon, yeah. So, but, yeah, so you have to just be really ready. Like, I can't even tell you, like, just being on a so-called diet, I would trigger people. It's like, think about that. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, you're fighting me on being on a fucking diet? You got something going on there, yeah, and I think it's your own bacteria. It's like, yeah, you guys, and that's what we have to say. Bacteria is frequency. We're mostly made of bacteria. So address your diet if you want to address your whole being. That's another note. So, yes, and if you guys want tips on that, okay, you really want to alkalize your body. You want to alkalize your system. And the number one thing that I would shift and transform, obviously, is, well, and this is a journal video, but if we're talking about, you know, mediumship from a biological standpoint, I would keep, first of all, the chi flowing, the chi moving. Keep your actual energy moving. You don't want stagnancy, okay? And this isn't like mucus as well, things that create mucus in the body. Look into Sabi, he's very interesting. Well, he has very interesting theory here with that. But always make your decision on what's right for you, but keep the energy flowing. You want to be moving around. You don't want to be stagnating. And that includes in every way, with your thoughts. If you realize that you're stagnating, you need to get it kind of dynamic again. Shift the energy around. Also, keep literally yourself flowing. Drink a lot of fluids. But this is, again, a journal video. You have to talk to your, naturopath or whoever to make sure, because everyone's body is different as well, and we all have different ways. But and also you want to make sure that, we're also mostly made of water, so you want to make sure that you're drinking water that is, also going to be in resonance with you. So I talked about this in another video. Interesting. Okay, interesting, yeah. Acupuncture. Interesting. You want to be having things, literally think about it, guys. There is something to that. You are what you eat. So think about it. Connect to the things that you consume. And definitely music is very powerful as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love and light to you. Enjoy this period. I'll see you guys in the next videos.